2010 has been a big year for mobiles, but one of the most significant changes has been in the cost of phones and plans. We've seen the first really viable unlimited calling plans launch. We've seen huge leaps in the amount of data we can afford, and we've seen some really cheap smartphones hitting the market. But few come as cheap and as feature-rich as the Boost Droid and the Huawei Ideos. Now, both phones are actually manufactured by Huawei. The Boost Droid's name reflects its exclusive availability through Boost Mobile, and both phones cost well under $200. This one's $150 and this one's $160. Though the prices are quite similar, these phones also offer a pretty different experience with unique strengths and weaknesses. The Boost Droid has the QWERTY keyboard with a dedicated button for its flashlight. It runs Android 2.1 with some minor modifications from Boost, including a few unique apps like RichPad and RoadSync, which is used to sync the phone to corporate email accounts. The Ideos runs the newer Android 2.2 platform and has a more sensitive, capacitive touchscreen. Text messaging fiends new to touchscreens might struggle with the transition to a keyboardless handset, but will love the auto-correction feature once they get used to it. You save money by buying lower quality screens and low-powered processors in both of these devices. Both screens are QVGA resolution, and while this is fine for most everyday tasks, it's not great for playing games or watching videos. But then you'll struggle to do both of these things with the 528 MHz processors in both of these models. We tested them with games like Angry Birds and Fruit Ninja, and both games ran at speeds too slow to be much fun. But to buy a smartphone with HSDPA web speeds, Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, USB, microSD, and 3.5mm headphone sockets for under $200 is a very exciting step forward for mobile phones in Australia. It proves that the cost of this technology is low enough for just about anyone to afford. And if the big name brands want to charge 5 times as much for phones that basically do the same thing, they'd better make sure that it has the features to justify the ticket price, like a higher quality screen and large internal memory. If you're new to smartphones, especially Android smartphones, we recommend you taking a look at either of these bargain price beauties. I'm Joe Hanlon, and this is the Boost Droid and the Huawei Ideos.